Hey guys, welcome to the Lost Cryptids Conservatory. In this video, we actually did an expedition camp out on private property that butts up to the Waterloo State Recreational Area. This is the biggest one in the lower peninsula of Michigan, and it's over 20,000 acres. There's a lot of swamps and diverse habitats for the Sasquatch to live, and it's a very big hotspot. It has a number of reports from not only the BFRO but other organizations, and there's a lot of trails and a lot of people that actually go to these areas. It's a very public recreational area. There's miles and miles and miles of trails, and it seems like each and every year or so, there's sightings or things happen, and actually a number of people who are on this campout have had encounters and activity with Sasquatch around the area, including myself, James. Just a couple miles in each and every direction from where we are camped. So the spot is very unique, and we actually ended up getting things. I was there Friday night, Saturday night, but a lot of people were there Thursday night, and there was some activity going on. They had a game caller set up, and called in some coyotes, but there was something else screaming and kept coming and screaming, and so that was a good indicator of some activity going on. So here it is, Friday. We're scouting around on the private property, taking vehicles out and looking for good places to look for evidence and Bigfoot habitat, and just trying to find some rugged areas for future planning and expeditions. So hope you guys enjoy. We actually do get some pretty interesting audio clips at the end. We actually ended up having activity every night, and it's pretty unique. And so I hope you guys enjoy this video.
That's a fucking, is that a shoulder height for a fucking, that's a 12 footer. If they break them at shoulder height, that's fucking 12 footer.
At least.
I don't want to see that fucker from my first big foot.
Appreciate you using your brilliant intelligence to share that information. I'm going to pick on you, Pippi Longstocking. Come on, keep up. Let's go.
That's the good one.
I'm overweight. You can't keep up.
So we're walking around this grassland, and it's an awesome place because it's like the area where I first encountered my had a bluff charge at night. You have this brushy field that's growing, and you have these basically grass huts in the middle. There's these little thickets that dot the landscape, and you could hide up in there. It's hollowed out. Usually you can see outside of it, and people can't see you inside.
There's a nice little trail through here. Going into the little hut. And it goes all the way through here. Here we have this. This is a path. It goes that way. It goes that way. It goes off that way. Looking for tracks. This is kind of this is a squatchy spot right here. Looking through that way, going that way. Yeah. Through that way.
This is an old ramp fence for a muskrat project that was done during the Great Depression sometime. And this is like a little 4-foot land bridge across the swamp that had a fence here at one point. Years ago, you might be able to find parts of it, about 2 foot high. Some kind of muskrat project of some sort. So I think the federal government put in funds just to put people to work just after the Great Depression, probably early 30s sometime. This is what this is, the remnants of. So this was some kind of muskrat refuge, hunting, trapping, like
Is this one of the camps they made this? I know back in the day they set a lot of camps up, and they would pay people to go around.
That's what they were paying people, I think, just to put them to work.
Chad fell down.
Different projects, infrastructures.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go pick up
And they
Chad.
sunk a lot of money into this area, the Waterloo area.
Nice. We got a lot of
Awesome.
Like
Here's a
Looks like he shaved his beard.
big anthill. Just good squatch protein. I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure squatch eats all the kind of bugs that are not poisonous, at least.
Feels like it's cooling off.
Just a little trail. Yeah, it does. Water crane?
Bird?
The sandhill crane? Yeah, this is pretty sweet. This land bridge. That little island of pines would be a good spot to look for like tracks and stuff.
Set those binoculars. I see something black.
Yeah.
It's like right through there.
Stop. Did anyone see this rosary right here?
Yeah, it's there.
I put that there, Gabe. Come on,
If you
let's
look
go.
like
Keep
by
it
this
moving.
dead thing right here, and then through that middle, there's like something dark across there.
Dark?
It could be a bush.
There's a lot of dark spots over there. It's so hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good prime squatch habitat
I
though.
looked right at it and still hit my knee on it.
You see how thick it is.
Are you good?
That's a sting mark, though.
This is green hell.
Watch out, there's another hole right here.
That's the Sasquatch.
Now in winter, this would be interesting to come back here too.
There's a piece of metal here. Yeah.
Yep, that's an old fence. Guardrail fence.
Another hole.
Yep. Alright, here we are on the other side, getting to some hardwoods.
Nice mini walk.
Alright, so we're now going through the swamp on this old man-made land bridge.
Look at
And
this.
we actually
all
come
wrapped
across
up
a
in
wooden
there.
bridge people use because the
All wrapped
landscape
up in
is
there.
hard to traverse. And that's what makes it a perfect place for Sasquatch, because it's hard for us humans to get through these swamps and marshes. I mean, it's in some places it's knee deep or more, and it's, would be barely past their ankles, I guess, in some instances. So going through these swamps, especially on these hot days, they're cooling off. They're going to be in the water cooling off. I mean, they're hot. They have hair. It's a good way to go in and hopefully come close to them. And so that's what we're doing. And again, scouting around the area for future stuff and trying to come across any kind of evidence. And these are the places where Sasquatch go. They're not there at that particular time, but they are around. And interesting enough is we get more activity around at the camp during this whole thing than going out, which was pretty odd, but then again, they are very curious, and maybe we got lucky and they were in the right area close enough, and they don't have other priorities, and they can stick around and mess with us for the whole weekend. So it was very unique. And then sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes you don't have any activity. So we got very lucky. So it's always good to scout around the area because we are trying to find places where they, will hide and sleep and sit down for lunch. So we cross the swamp and we're still looking for evidence. We actually come across a few tree structures that they look interesting. They're kind of subtle, but we're pushing through, so we don't have time to look at every single thing. But we're having fun. A lot of us, we have all actually had encounters for the most part, and actually a couple miles in every direction in this particular spot. So we're all excited. We're all having fun with each other, and it's a really good group of people that I have the privilege of being able to work with and able to spend the time out there. And so we're all having fun doing our thing, and it is a blast to be able to not only Sasquatch, but Sasquatch with your good friends.
Here's a nice little creek bed. Yep.
Oh my god.
You definitely sink down, you guys. That's why it's hazardous.
It's like
Did you see? There's tripping hazards, sinking hazards, and poking, stabbing hazards.
So it began to rain and continued to get worse and worse, and it was actually storming out. And there for a while, it wasn't too bad. We were actually enjoying the light show. About half of us went in tents and cars and went to sleep, and a little group of us huddled underneath the canvas. And until one point, it was just a major gust of wind came through the camp, and was just crazy downpour and crazy wind, and basically a tornado was basically going over us. It passed us and touched down later, but at that point, I retreated to the car, and so did everyone else.
We might have tracks over here.
Who knows? They might crawl on the damn thing.
That's not helpful.
Almost looks like tracks right
There's
there.
a trackway.
Down there? Yeah, I see
Through
something.
there, starting way back there, through there. But almost like too many steps then they'd have to take. Bro.
Well, I
Being
don't
such a
know.
big a beast.
I'm sure a small juvenile has.
Right.
They crawl through here. All right, guys. So here's the kind of camping spot. We're over here. We got people over here. I'm gonna go check out where this creek, which goes behind that side of camp, across this road and stuff. And we were hearing stuff actually on that side and the other side. So it'll be interesting to see the layout and what happens tonight. Because if anything like last night, we should get some interesting activity, or more so. They, discover us the first night, second night.
Gabe.
Yeah, it was Gabe. They'll interact with us
Might
even
be
more.
scaring it off.
No, here's the camp. Right here's where it crosses, and you have this nice, a little bit of a hill buffer. And this is right behind the camp. This is a backwoods road. This could be anywhere in a small town in America. He said something just ran off, and it's pretty much what we heard. Some type of call. Some type of call made. Any tracks in the water? Any tracks?
No, it's super wide down here. It's like
Probably.
a jungle. Looks like Tarzan over on that side.
Honestly, yeah, like I'm gonna say, we're following the creek,
Huge tunnel under this one.
and they went through the tunnel. Oh, dude, this is so squatchy right here. This is ridiculous.
How big is that tunnel?
Last time I went through something like this, I found a dead deer carcass, and oh yeah, they have to go on all fours, and a big male can't fit in it.
I know, see that brown thing? Yeah, what is that?
Bosha. Jana. Manisha Sabe. Bosha. And this goes right behind the camp. Very interesting spot, to say the least. That's awesome looking.
Try to go see what that is up ahead. Some blocks at the top of the roadway over there. Okay.
This way's definitely more secluded.
Is this where it ran off to?
I don't hear it.
Try to find a way down. Or where it would have gone down.
Where the tunnel. It doesn't, I don't hear it. Hey,
Would have gone down there. Yeah. Not worth it. Oh my god.
Bosha. Jana. Manisha Sabe.
There's another place over here, if that's not it. Down in there? Yeah, he went down in there right through here. Is that not it?
That's where the tunnel's at, it's right
Oh,
there.
it is?
They have to crawl on all fours.
Oh, okay.
Even I think I would have to.
So I'm on my phone and I'm doing my thing, and it's probably a good half hour, 40 minutes after going into the car from the storm, and it's still raining and windy, and I can't see out the car. Not even 10 feet. I can see a car next to me, and all of a sudden I hear this rapid thumping sound. It was thump, 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 about 5 taps, and I sounded like someone was tapping on the car. So I turn around. I'm thinking it's Chad, my buddy. He's sleeping in the tent with the dog, and I'm thinking, he's at the car. Just let me in. I turn around. There's nothing there. I'm thinking, what? That was loud. It sounded like it was right on the car. I look, see the car next to me. I'm thinking maybe it was him. There's a car behind us. About 20 yards away. Yeah, maybe it was him. I don't know. So I don't pay no attention to it. Whatever. And still storming, and I'm tired. I worked that Friday all week, and so I pass out. And about an hour later, buddy James is texting me, and he's basically saying he's hearing this drumming sound, and it sounds like it's by my car, by the vehicle, by Chad's car. And he says they can hear behind his camp and stuff. And about the same time, give or take, the group of women, Linda, in particular, said she's seen basically a outline of a person walk past her window and then walk back a couple minutes later or so, and she said she could hear it walking. She thought it was someone at the camp, and it's raining and crazy and stuff, and I kind of told her that you wouldn't be able to hear us walking. We don't weigh that much, especially through the wind and rain. It's blowing against the window, and you can't barely see outside. And all this is happening, and it's crazy because it's 50 miles an hour winds, 40 miles an hour winds. It's lightning out. It's pretty dangerous out. And yet we're getting activity. And it's close. It's coming right into the camp. I don't know if it tapped on the car or tapped on drummed down its chest. I'm not quite sure what, but it was very close and it was loud, distinctive. And that next morning, I talked to the person next to me, Randy, and talked to the other vehicle, and Randy heard it, and he It sounded like it was behind, in the woods or road behind him. So that next morning, we actually are hearing stuff behind where me and Chad are. So I go, checking on Chad and just going over and start hearing it and hearing it. And so I decide to investigate. And then at one point when I'm on the trail, it sounds like it's on one side of me. And then it crossed over and is on the other side. And then James comes down, and it's very interesting.
I just heard something. We hear something. I just heard something over here too, but was that bird? Oh, there's a path right there where it sounds like something went down. Here comes James, but we heard it from up there.
You hear something, you're just checking it out.
I heard something over here, and then when I got to right there, I heard something over here.
I was hearing stuff over here. When you said you heard something over
I
here.
heard it over here. Well, that's when I walked over here. I heard it over here. Then when I got there, it was over here. Bosha!
What do you say?
I said hello.
Oh.
It's a formal greeting. It's Padawanami in Ojibwe. Basically, Algonquin, which is Northern Canadian, and I heard that Midwest. Bosho Jena Minisha Sabe.
What's that mean?
That was a really informal greeting, and I said, big honesty, big Bigfoot.
How do you know that?
I learned it. I learned it from,
Chad.
no, I have a PDF file that teaches you how to speak. And then also, She Squatchers, Jenna Cruz, she said the same thing when she was having an activity, and it totally stopped, and it was a crazy encounter. And so when I interviewed her, I was already working on doing it, and she was helping teach me and pronouncing things right a little bit better.
That's a bird.
Yeah. Or a mimic, but yeah.
Oh. Hootie dove.
But that dove wasn't walking on the ground making that noises, so.
There's a break right there if you can see it.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just had wind damage and stuff, so.
Yeah, maybe.
Now it's like all the new brakes are questionable. I didn't find no tracks or nothing, but
Hop, skip, and jump.
Especially on hot summer days, they're gonna be cooling
Got
off
some
in the
rocks over here.
What are you saying?
Rocks.
rocks over there by the tree.
Oh, a bunch of rocks.
That could be from the farm, piled up from grading out. Yeah, that's
There's some
good.
type of HUD in there too.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a foundation of something.
I see something logs or something big way back there. Dark brown spot.
Yeah, this is sweet. This is definitely something.
Oh, look at this. Think that could be natural?
This could be a foundation, and
Natural? Oh my god.
that fell. That is kind of interesting. That could have fell.
Down in here amongst the horse flies. Seems like these were put here for something. I wonder if it's an old foundation.
Yeah, old farmhouse. If they when they leveled this road when they first built it, I think they would just pile this up. I don't think they would spread it out as much. But it goes pretty far. But this right here kind of looks interesting. Yeah, so how's this supposed to fall into place at the same time? This goes through here and this is through here.
Sounds like some Chad talk.
Well, if you think okay, so this one has to fall in first, or at the same time to catch it, to pin this one in place.
Did you do the whistle the first time?
No, I just answered it the second time. You didn't do the first one? No, I was me.
And it sounded like you gave.
I literally found the.
And this is some old, awesome architecture, guys. Some big stones, and I think there's a little bit of concrete, old concrete right there. This little piece right here. Or no, that's a rock.
That's a rock.
Wow.
That's definitely either a foundation or at least a rock pile. The stone.
Yeah, this is more like a
Field
rock
stones.
pile, but could be a foundation or something.
That part, that's what, this is what made me.
It'd be really
think
cool if it was
foundation
Native
for this
American
one.
mounds, but
We don't know. Look how old these trees are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has been worked.
I don't know.
that's pretty
Look at that
smooth.
flat one behind you too.
That's
Super flat.
smooth.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
But
Super flat
you-
one over there too.
Yeah.
And square and sharp on the
well,
edge.
people can do that with hammers and
Yeah, but
chisels.
why?
Stone Age.
It's just certain techniques. So you hit it
Well,
here,
there's a
hit it
brick
here,
right there.
hit it
Look,
here,
there's a given.
Yeah.
and it splits. You can split rocks that way.
There's a burned brick there though.
There you go.
I think it's a foundation.
So it's a foundation.
Or Indian burial mounds.
Probably
With
was
a brick on
old
it?
brick.
Yes.
It's ready.
Maybe that could be the same thing too. Old mound, and then they're like, you know,
Well,
we're
there's a
just,
dead Bigfoot underneath there.
Yeah,
and
well,
put
I
big
know-
old boulders down so we can't pick them
I know a
up.
place where there's a bunch of
again the
these.
trapdoor thing.
I know a place where there's a bunch of these.
Pick
in
up a big
Waterloo.
boulder.
What they
There's a
think they
hole.
were.
I tried to show you guys that day, but we didn't go far enough down there. But there's like 6 of these, 7 foot, 8
As
foot
big as-
long, 8 by 4,
Okay.
oval shape, so like this.
Those kind of seem like maybe mounds.
See, I know where
were
some of
great. So it goes through, over, behind, underneath this, over that.
Going downhill where it will drain. Okay, and now let's mark it.
Make sure nobody steps in that.
So that's probably, yeah. That's not that big, but that definitely looks like toes.
Looks like it's.
It almost looks like maybe they're on their tippy toes, or like the ball of the foot. The ball of the foot. Instead of being on the full, they're on just the ball of their foot.
You found the other one?
Yes, over there. Bunch of
But that definitely, it's not too big. But if it's the ball of the foot, that's pretty big ball of the foot, because the foot probably would go out to
So if you're
here.
saying like he just landed on the ball of his foot, it's a
Yeah, he's like this. He's like, or he's sneaking. He's
Yeah.
basically like this, sneaking,
Sneaking.
or.
So if it was just the ball of the foot, that's a big fucking footprint.
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because
If it's just like a
the ball of your foot's like right here,
right?
and the ball of his foot are like that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Shit. The heel would be back there.
Be pretty big.
That's a big one. This is a big one.
So here they go. There's another one.
Yours is still there? This is the one I found, this one, and then I found the one up there.
This is that looks like a big toe. It looks like there could be little toes. It's probably been washed out. It was probably fresher before the rain.
I think
But
the
that's
rain
a
would have
good one up
washed it
there, I
away.
think, don't you?
It rained too
The one
hard.
that's up there with
It
the
rained
more.
hard.
The same kind of thing. It looks like it might be the ball of the foot,
The rain.
like they're tiptoeing or something.
It would be washed up.
There's the break.
Yeah, it's got a
There's
clear
a toe,
sky
but
over
it's
here.
probably
Or the heel doesn't
Yeah.
really show much.
That would be the.
Like he's
Pretty hard
tiptoeing.
sometimes, yeah.
And guess what?
A possible one over there.
That way too.
In a big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't see the fifth toe.
Point
The
them out
heel's
again.
either here
Okay,
or
yeah, I
here.
see.
The heel's either here or here. So it's not real long, but there's a little foot right here, I think. See the little toes? Like two different ages were following each other.
Yeah. Kind of
Step,
overlapping
trying to
each
step
other
on
as
each
they
other.
walk through here. One on top of the other.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I thought I maybe saw something back there too where you're scanning, but the sun's in a different spot now, and they look a little different than last time I was over here.
So the foot might be longer than what it looks like, and the plaster will.
So yeah, it's probably about just over 12.
It's
So
like
around
13 and a half or so is what I'm seeing.
And it goes down. It goes a lot.
All right, need some water.
So
We're
Chad,
learning, man. We're
Yep.
learning. Whether it's a track or not.
yeah, it's always good to cast it.
Practice.
It's good to
Dr. Melvin
practice.
says it should be almost pancake batter,
Almost like
It's gotta,
Like
you gotta
pancake
be able
batter
to
is what
pour
he
it.
told me
No
at the-
thickness. Yep.
because if it's too thick, it's clumpy.
It's too watery right now. So.
All right, guys, we just finished casting the track. Hopefully it turns out as good as we're hoping. And we get some details, man. You did a great job as best as you could. First time, and hey, man, I think it looked good. I think it looks good. And it was a pretty deep track, so pretty awesome stuff. And our camp's right there. You guys can see. So it's pretty close
We had
activity.
activity in here. At least things walking
Yeah.
around and stuff.
Now we're just all right, I'm going live.
So we actually are heading to a spot where Chad got growled at. He was along the swamp edge and basically got growled at and didn't want to go investigate where the sound was coming from. So that's what we're doing today. We actually are bringing our good friend Randy, who is a little bit on the skeptical side, but he's being a good trooper, and so we head out into the woods along to find the spot.
Pounding. Several people heard it. No one was doing it. Other people saw a black shadow basically moving across like a person. They thought it was the other people here. Of course, it wasn't. Another person, as he was leaving to go back up to the house, and when he turned his headlights on, he saw a black figure running behind some bushes and stuff, and thought it was one of the people, of course. And it wasn't. So we got some activity. They were out through the storm, running around. It seemed like we have 3 tracks that we poured cast in, and hopefully they're turning out good. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's some dogs barking, and we heard sounds like a call being made, and those dogs just freaking out. The second time it sounded like maybe possibly a whistle or a whoop, and the dogs went nuts, and then I just started the live video. So we're out here somewhere in Waterloo, and going to go to the edge of the swamp on this peninsula, check out this spot Chad has a good feeling about, and it feels pretty squatchy back here. So we're going to go out there. You guys hear the second one? That whoop or something? You guys were talking.
I heard it earlier.
You heard the first one, yeah. There was a second one, and then they really started ripping.
It sounded like it's closer than those dogs.
Right. Like
So
between
we're
us and the
halfway.
dogs. We're halfway to the spot. All right. So we're gonna bring you guys along, and hopefully you guys can hear some audio or something, because it seems like we've been hearing stuff too. The first night here at the camp, they were hearing stuff at nighttime. They were getting screamed at, actually. They called coyotes in with the game caller we have, and later they heard something screaming at them, that they called them the screamer. So, and then we had some activity last night. I heard it. I thought it was the person next to me. It was banging. And I thought it was Chad coming up to the car, because he was getting all wet in the tent. And I looked around, there's nothing there, no one around. I mean, it's raining, it's gussing, it's 40, 50 miles an hour wind. And people are hearing stuff, filming with the GoPro and stuff. So it's interesting. They definitely utilize the rain to cover their sound and scent, and even use this camouflage, because it helps in a lot of different ways. And we feel like we got activity. We got the 3 tracks that we're casting, and hopefully they turn out good. So that's what was interesting. The tower also went down, so we lost cell service, so that's why we couldn't go live with any videos. But tonight we are going to do some investigations at night. We'll take you guys go live, and hopefully we get some more activity. This is the last and best night.
There's part of the swamp, but where we're going into my spot on the peninsula is down further, but there's the start of it, and it's just islands and islands and islands.
Yeah, there's islands in the middle of the swamp where...
It's huge. You'll see where we get where I am, you get a good view of most of it. So that's how close we get. Look, it thinks we're way off trail.
Hey, Kenneth. We're all doing good, having fun. We stayed out here from Thursday, and this is our last night. Okay, so let's go off trail.
Right here at the swamp.
I'm going off trail now. It's been a good Friday night. It was just tornado warning, gusts of wind and rain, so it was kind of crappy, but with good people and friends, so the camaraderie is always amazing to spend time with these guys. Amazing guys. A lot of good researchers, and people are here and stuck around and showed up. And yep, shout out to Ernie Fargo. He
oh, and Melissa.
yeah, yep, and they hosted, and they're doing just a fabulous job. And they got some great property in their spots, and
right, it's an old deer blind, right?
yeah, this is a old deer blind. It goes all the way around the tree. And it used to be more up, probably like 2 foot off the ground, but over the years it's collapsed on itself. We are in basically the Waterloo state forest here in Michigan. It's a big spot, 20,000 acres and more. Lots of lakes and huge swamps. What? Chad's kind of pulling me. I'm. Oh, Chad. Okay. At least it's nice and cool.
Don't pull your body off. Your feet are gonna get wet, man. I got socks. I'll give you.
There's no gators.
No, there's no gators. There's no water.
I would not do this in Florida. Fuck this shit.
No.
In Florida, Georgia.
No.
Well. We need to make some T-shirts that say I survived the swamp with the lost cryptids or something. You get a free you get a T-shirt for doing this. Yeah, we need to make some T-shirts though.
Okay, now look at how far this goes this way.
Woo!
Let me get up there. This is cooling you off, right?
I feel better.
Cooling your body temperature off, right?
That's a deep one. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But, again, don't complain, dude. This ain't right. This ain't right to leave a rookie out here like this.
Look at how far that swamp goes.
Oh, yeah. You can blame Chad for this. Whew. So yeah, only a hunter would be coming out here, I think. Yeah, who do you think is coming out here doing this, guys? You think? I think hunters are.
Yeah,
maybe a fisherman to get to a nice pond that was open up. A nice person doing wildlife photography. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But average people are not walking in the middle of a swamp to look for Bigfoot, guys. So
not cut out for it.
But here at the Lost Cryptids,
here's what you got.
We are pretty hardcore.
You got a big island over here, and behind that is another gigantic swamp. You see this? It's basically like a land bridge.
Oh, lead the way. We're already
We're not
wet.
going there. We're gonna go back. We got to. It's gonna be hard enough.
How much more wetter are we gonna get? Not already...
No, but how much daylight do we? We still got a lot, dude.
We got, it's 9.
We still got an hour.
Hour and a half. So
I mean, an hour of a walk
to go where?
to get back to the car.
No.
Time it.
It'd be like, 30 minutes if we just keep walking nonstop.
You want? Well, I guess we can cross it. But there's islands over here too, like these.
You want to just go to one of this? You want to go to these two right here? Yeah. Let's go inside there. Let's see if they're hollowed out, like I suspect.
The one I got growled at.
And then we'll come back. And
here's the one I got growled at. I don't know what growled. You see the 1, 2, 3 big trees, and then the other one. That one I got growled at, and I didn't go in.
Right there?
I walked around it. Yep.
Oh well, let's go in that one.
You want to do that one?
Yeah. We'll go.
Alone, so I didn't go
let's go straight to that one. That one right there is in front of you.
Yep.
Some been eaten?
Beavers or something?
Oh yeah, there's beavers, muskrats. There's
they're all eaten. They're all eaten.
I can't remember the
muskrats, beavers, otters.
Yeah, otters and the ferrets, big ferrets.
Minks,
fishers and
martins,
and yeah, martins.
Looks like
minks.
taking it easy. We're heading right back.
Yeah, they see the game trails. The game animals come through here. The deer cross right through here. Yeah. Big bucks.
Just run right across this.
Go to these islands too, and sleep. A big old buck. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar. He's hanging out in there. That's pretty deep right there. All right, I'm gonna go live. This
Stay
is
to
good.
the left. You can see deep out here. Stay this way. Okay, stay over here.
All right.
No, go that way. It's deeper here. Go that way. Trust me. Go this way. It's gonna get a little deep for a couple. But at least we got roots here and a trail.
Okay. You good, man? You gotta change the clothes, right?
What?
You gotta change the clothes?
I have my last one, yeah.
There you go.
I do have a change of clothes.
You gotta change the shoes?
What?
Gotta change the shoes?
Yep.
All right, you're set. Just put your shoes by the fire and you'll be good by tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
You know what I have to say, Mark?
You're a trooper,
I
man.
don't know. My name's Randy.
Or I mean, Randy.
You keep forgetting. Randy.
You freaking did it.
A lot of people
The
wanna
worst
do
is
this.
already over. You did it.
Well, here I am.
Okay, I'm gonna go live again.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay. Don't. If I fall down, you gotta edit it.
Can't edit live video.
I'll try not to fall down then.
All right, guys. Here we are. Middle of a swamp. We're in it. And we're going to go to some of these islands where Chad got growled at. Oof, almost fell.
We're almost there.
I know. I'm good. Right?
Then we cross that word swamp again and then we're on ground.
Here we go. I'm doing okay.
We're almost there, dude. Say the hard part's done. You can say you did it. Well, you notice nobody else volunteered to come with us.
I felt like a chicken. I thought we were walking really stuff.
When it's all said and done. This ain't like walking on any property. So up here to the left, I think we can cut it easy instead of staying in the swamp. But it's still, the trail goes this way. So like at that corner, we're really close to the trail. At this corner, we're a little further from the trail. We still have to hit. We'll see how you feel when we get up there. Yeah, Blake. I did this all by myself.
No one else went with you, huh?
Nobody came with me.
Dude, that's...
What we're doing, all of this, I did by myself.
What if something would have happened, man? What if they would have came out and really scared you? Yeah, gotta do it, man.
Okay, I'm saying if I pushed through this when I came through, if I came through the woods right there, the woods is right there. I think it's going to be easier. We're already wet. Just stay in the swamp instead of poking our eyes out there. You can cut through here, do a little shortcut. Oh, we're not on a swamp yet, man. There's way more. You're bigger than you thought, huh? Blake?
Oh yeah.
You kept thinking the swamp was ending, but it just continued. But this island is huge, huh?
Those islands?
The island that Ernie was talking about.
Oh, dude, it's massive. It's like a,
I'm game.
it's like an island in the middle of the sea. It's huge.
The one from yesterday.
Today.
That was today?
Yeah, the hike from earlier today. Chad didn't go with us. I'm telling you, dude, that you'd have been like, oh my god, I gotta go over there. Dude, I almost had Ernie going. He was almost gonna go, and he's like, oh, I got muck boots at the. We'll come back. We'll go do it tonight. We'll need to, you know what we need to do is get everyone back, get Kevin, get Chuck and Bill, and be like, boys, this is where we're going.
And come out here in the other island.
Go to the other island first.
Do both of them.
They're only gonna do one, so gotta make them do one. I know we can, but once they do the first one, they ain't gonna do the second one. Hey Randy, you gonna do another one? Would you do another one tomorrow? We had.
Probably not, no.
That's why when we have everyone doing it, we got one shot.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's a hell of a thing.
Look at this. Bed. Total bed. A big one. No, it's a bed. Deer. But it is, there's no question. It's a bed.
Deer bed, buck bed.
Or could be two does. Alright, now here's where it's going to get thick. What?
It's gonna be thick.
Do we just go through the swamp?
Yeah, just go keep going. You're on a trail.
No, it's thick, man. Watch his eyes. Tell him.
Yeah, watch your eyes.
Oh, hold that up for me. I got this one for you. This is where I came in. I'm guaranteed.
Wow.
Ready?
Fucking hardcore brothers.
And they walk through this like it's nothing, dude. They can run through it. On all fours, standing up. It is probably a squatch trail, Chad. You're probably really literally on the.
They're probably in their fucking bed. It looks like we have to go that way. No, this way. Right here, follow me.
I think it probably would have been easier
Now, follow
going.
me. Get this.
It's big enough for a squash to go through.
There's a trail right here. You just have to get through it. This is how bigfooters do it, man.
Oh, I lost my water. I've done this at nighttime by myself.
Yeah,
When I was like 14, 15, 16.
Big tree here. I'm gonna try to step it down. All right, go through, guys. It's not gonna be easy up there, but I got the big tree.
Go ahead.
Get over it.
Down there.
Where the fuck are we supposed to go? Through here?
Here, we smell good too. You smell that?
I do not.
Yeah, go.
Alright, boys.
Watch your eyes, man. Don't get far enough away.
You hear that? What was that? You hear that? You hear that like
No, we're going the right way. Go a little to the right.
through here or this way?
Toward the right.
It don't look like there's much through there.
No, we'll get there. We're probably on a Bigfoot trail. They probably go through this all the time.
Well, I'm not Bigfoot.
Pricker bush. I think you lost, Chad.
You what?
I said I think you lost.
No, I'm not. Keep going.
Towards
Left and right. Left and right. Just follow me. Come on.
I don't get it.
Don't listen to him. Follow me.
The other one has been back here.
Don't go that way. Go this way.
Yeah. Okay. So this, yeah, this is better. All right, we made it out of that little fixed spot.
How are you in there? How are you?
Yep. Be there soon.
So this night, the weather was cooperating, and we do a few little night investigations. We actually stay around camp most of the time because a lot of us feel that the camp is actually where they're getting the most activity, and we keep hearing stuff basically all day and at night at random times, very subtle. But one particular time when the big group goes on the cornfield, they all scream at the same time, and me and Chad were actually helping Linda and Sherry pack up a tent, and so I'm not recording, and we hear this awesome response, and it's behind us. It's not too loud because the big group didn't hear it, but we heard it crystal clear, and it's pretty much in the spot where it's around camp, around the creek area across the road. It's pretty much seems like it's been hanging around camp all day and night, in the same spots. We keep hearing it from these certain spots around camp. And so we try to do a little bit of investigation. We go out and try to film, and but you know, it's just the name of the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm coming.
Everything's been across the street. No, across the street.
No, we heard it. It was like, they're not over there.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Dude, shut up for 1 minute. Okay? There was a reply, and it didn't sound coyote. It screamed back.
Really?
Just one. Even Linda and them were there. They heard it, and it was,
Yes.
it was legit.
It was on your guys' first scream.
Well, we've been screaming for a while.
And we're like,
I know.
there's no one over there.
I know. It happened on your first scream, though.
The first scream, she got coyote.
And you guys did a first scream, and then you were quiet for a minute. All your other ones have been back and forth and like not even patience. Your first scream, you guys wait a minute. I'm telling you, across the street, something screamed back.
Remember,
Something,
the last
something.
3 days, people said
It was crazy. Something happened.
You agree? The last 3 days, people said the sounds are coming from that side of the street, or down that driveway towards the street.
Yep.
We had them in this side.
And he's playing guitar down there, so if he starts hearing stuff, that's not us. Just the cook.
Guitar guy.
Oh, he came with he brought his guitar.
Yeah.
No, Alex, I don't think is here yet, right?
So you guys really heard that?
We're making it up.
Okay, right.
We're making it up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Alright. Alright guys, so pretty much get this open area. Alright, so I'm right here by myself right now for a second, but the group of people came right here. They're making calls and they stirred up some coyotes. But back at camp, we were helping the girls set their tent up or break it down. We heard a responding call from across the road behind where we're camped at. They were making some calls and we heard a response, and it was really good. We tried to put the GoPro on, but I don't know if I caught some audio, so I'm gonna take you guys and we'll walk out here. I got this, I got the night vision going. Oh, you guys can see that. It's a little hard. Anyways, so I got a little bit of everything going on. So we heard activity over by camp, but I'm gonna walk up here by myself and see something happens. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, we got a response. It was pretty crazy. Right there's the moon. I'm sure once we get back to camp, we'll start hearing some more stuff, but I wanted to come out here by myself for a second. I'm gonna make a call and stuff, and maybe they'll get a response back there. And it looks like the casts are ready to be pulled out of the ground, so we might be doing that here another hour or two. Go up in here for a second. But, yeah, we definitely heard something. Didn't hear nothing this time, but I'll walk up in here for a second.
So we got a few awesome audio clips for you guys to hear from this night investigation and after everyone is sleeping. This first clip is from just after me and Gabe set up his audio recorder, and I'm filming us, and we hear stuff. And this is behind me and where me and Chad are camped, and it sounds like basically a bird is startled or makes an alert, and then something is thrown at us. It basically seemed like it was tossed up in the air and fell back down. It's really weird. And then we also have a clip from in my tent. I'm actually going to sleep and I have my camera running, and it's just, on the last little bit of power, and I end up passing out, and I actually hear what appears to be a Sasquatch pushing something over or breaking something, and you hear it, and you hear me kind of toss and turn, and I breathe out, and I'm totally passed out. It's almost like the Bigfoot knew that I had just passed out before making this loud crash. Is it possible Bigfoot can determine the change of breathing, the tones, the sounds when we are awake and then when we're actually sleeping? I don't appear to be snoring, but I'm sure that would be more helpful in this situation for a Bigfoot. But actually capture some great audio, so I hope you guys enjoy.
That's weird, just out of nowhere. Hear that? Hear that tap? Super faint. It's on the right side of me. Something like got thrown to the top and then fell.